welcome to Excel Highway, your one-stop shop for all your Excel needs. In today's video, I want to share with you a file that I built where you can build a form and then email it to yourself as a PDF or to other people. And what's nice about this is that you can actually design it however you want, and with a simple selection process, you can easily print it to PDF. So this can be used if you're sharing this with other people and you want them to select certain things and just see the result. So the file has three different sheets: master, lists, and input. Master is where you set up your template, your basic template. It could have a company logo like here. It could have different headers, different text, subheaders, whatever. You could have anything you want. In this specific file, I'm only printing the PDF column B. And you'll notice that there's a selection column here in column A. This is where you actually mark which lines should be visible in the PDF. So we'll get to that in a second. Lists, this is where I put the X for the selection, for the drop-down list. So very simple, right? I have the PDF file name that you can, of course, change. And I have some Outlook text for the subject, the start of the email, the body, and the signature. So you can change that here, and that's where the information is pulling to the PDF, to the email, sorry. And input, basically it's the same as the master, but on the input file sheet is where you can actually make changes and get ready to PDF. So how does it work? There's two buttons here: refresh input and email PDF. You click on refresh input. What happens is that it basically deletes the input sheet and duplicates the master sheet, changes its name to input, so it looks completely the same. Then on the selections sheet column is where you decide which rows you want visible. I want this row, and I want to change this to A, B, C, 1, 2, 3. Now I click email PDF. What will happen? It will create a PDF. It will basically filter the lines that are not with the X and create this Outlook with the subject, as you saw before, assessment file, and the body that we defined. If you double click the PDF itself, then you get that column with the company logo and the headers that we created out of the Outlook. Now I can click here on refresh input, and as you saw, I get my master copy. So it's very nice, very functional if you're sending out sort of something that needs to be used by other people. Let's take a look on how it was built. So let's take a look first on the refresh input code, which is simpler. So the refresh input, let me just move that a bit. So I'm declaring the two worksheets, WS and WD, as worksheet, and screen updating, I'm taking that out so the code works quicker. So I'm setting up master to be the source and destination to be input. I'm switching off the display alerts because I want to delete a sheet, and as you remember, when you delete a sheet, you get the notification. I don't want to get it. I want it to move smoothly, so I'm canceling and then bringing it back. Then simply copying the source to the last sheet and renaming it to input. Okay, and at the end, I'm bringing back the screen updating. That's it. Very simple code. The second code, which is a bit longer, it's for how to create the PDF. So first of all, I have this here, all the declarations, long string objects. First of all, I have a simple if ActiveSheet.name is master, then exit. Why? Because if you remember, part of the code is to delete lines, and I don't want it to happen over here in the master. So if I'm in the master, nothing will happen. It goes to this simple if and exits the sub. Delete lines with only X, only if column A is selection. So why did I do this little if? Because the first time around I email a PDF, Okay. Now I don't have column A. So in case I want to email another time the PDF, I want it to work. So for some reason I added this, email PDF. Okay. And you see it worked, plus the new string that I just created. That's why I had that small, that little if. Otherwise, it would keep deleting column number 1, and that would not work. Simple loop. Okay, I'm going from row 100 to the end, deleting the lines, and eventually deleting the first column because I don't want the PDF to show the selection. That's pretty simple. Save PDF on desktop. So I'm using the lists now as a source for information. So I'm declaring it to be the list sheet. Then I begin name of the PDF, taking it from here. I think it's much more easier for users to have locations within Excel to change data or name parameters than to do it hard-coded. But it's really up to you. You could just replace this with a name. xFolder. I found this online actually. What this will do, this will basically save the PDF on my desktop. So this would work on everyone's desktop. And I'm going to use that later to attach the PDF because now I know where it is. And I'm adding the name which I created and the suffix of the PDF, .pdf. So then this is the code that actually exports PDF, ActiveSheet, which columns, export as fixed format, Excel PDF, file name, folder. There's a lot more options. You can look it up, what else you can do with the PDF saving. And then I'm creating the Outlook email, and this only works for Outlook. So if you don't have Outlook, it's not going to work. So these are actually declarations of, just a second. These are declarations to create the object. Okay, and create the item. And then I have this, which is basically how you can build the email itself. You can add a to, you can add a copy, you can add even a BCC. You can have a subject, attachment, and bodies. This part will add a line or space. So you see I'm referencing my list sheet. And you can read a lot more about what you can do with Outlook. There are a lot of options. You can change font. You can do whatever you want. But in this case, I'm attaching a PDF, so I don't have to do any changes in the font. It's going to save whatever is. So that was it. You got the input. You got the email to PDF. And I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to smash that subscribe button, hit a like, and I'll see you all next time. Take care now.